Hey coding words. So basically in today's Leetcode problem 3754, which is concatenate non-zero digits and multiply by sum first. It is a easy problem and the problem statement is given as you are given an integer n. Form a new integer x by concatenating the non-zero digits of n in their original order. If there are no non-zero digit, x is equal to 0. Let sum be the sum of digit in x. Return the integer representations the value of x multiplied by sum. So here in the given problem, here we have integer n, and here we have to return only those value which is like consist of non-zero numbers. Like for example, in the example one here we have like 1 0 2 0 3 0 0 4. So first of all, we have our first step is to remove all the zeros from the number. Then after that, we have to take the sum, and then once we're getting the sum, we need to multiply it with the that number. So that will be our output here. Like here we have 1 0 2 0 3 3 3 0 0 4. So after removing it, we are actually getting 1 2 3 4. And if we're taking the sum of it, like 1 2 3 and 4, we are actually getting 10. So after multiplying with 10, we are actually getting 1 2 3 4 0, which is our final output here. Similarly, if I'm talking about the second example here, so here we have n is equal to 1000. So if we remove all those three zeros, we have only 1. Okay, and we know very well about 1 multiplied 1 is equal to 1. So let's try to solve this problem. But before that, it is completely based on like mid-level maths weekly contest 477, and here we have to simply simulate and describe here. So if I have to do this problem, see, we have some approach which maybe comes in our mind. First of all, we can traverse all the integer numbers and like by using while loop, and then after it we have to just simply take the last digit and we need to check whether it is like 0 or not. But it may be hectic process. It's I can also solve it by using a very short way. Like here my approach is whatever the number is given in the integer form, first of all I can just simply convert into integer form, in the string format, and once it will be converted into string format, then we can simply traverse each characters of the string, and with the help of that we can simply check whether the string character is having the value 0 or not. If it is having 0, we need to skip it, and if it is not consisting it, we need to take it, and then after that we have to just insert into the integer value. And once we're actually getting it, then after that we have to also take our x variable that contains the sum, okay, and also define the sum that contains the sum, and then after that at the end we have to simply multiplying our x with the sum so that we can get the final result here. So what I would like to say here, let's try to understand it with the practical example here. I'm saying that first of all I'm going to create a string here, okay, which is a string str, and we know we have a method in C sharp, in C++, which is toString. Okay, if we pass n, we know currently our n is like in the integer form, but once we pass to the string format, now it will become in the string format. Okay, so we can now traverse it easily. So for that we can simply use for each method, where for character C, which we need to traverse inside the string str, and then while traversing it, here we can just simply check whether the character from the string is having 0 or not. Okay, so here you can say that if the character is having, if C is not equal to 0, okay, which is in the character format, okay, then here you have to just simply include it here, okay, because we need to take only non-zero numbers. So here we have to also declare the values also, which we can say that let's say int x, which is I have to declare it as a 0 and initialize it with 0, and here again int we can say that sum, here to declare the sum and also initialize it with 0. Okay, now once we have like declared these things, I have to do something which is once it will is 0, then here we need to store it. Okay, so here I'm going to say that int digit, which must be in the integer format. Now here I need to store the digit in the integer format, but now here I'm actually comparing with the string format. So here we have to simply, if we want to get the data in the integer format, then here we have to simply subtract from the character. Okay, like whatever the character you're actually getting, we need to just simply subtract it from the 0 so that we can get the integer value. Okay, so here I'm also like return, here I'm also going to write that it returns the numbers of the character, not the character, here it will return the number in the integer format, okay, which is non-zero, okay, which is non-zero. Yeah. Once you're like done these things, then after that here what we will do, here we have x which is like 0, so I have to now define the x, so which is x, we can say that x multiplied by 10, and then plus here we have to do what, here we have to also add our digit value. Okay, once you've done these things, then after that here I have to also like define about my sum. We know that I'm actually getting each character's value, so I have to just simply take sum plus is equal to digit, whatever the unique value I'm actually getting here. I need to just simply add with the sum so that we can get the total sum. Okay, once we're actually getting it, the total sum, we can just simply return x multiplied by sum, which we want here, as the problem is also like given here. The answer is x multiplied by 10, x multiplied by sum. So once we're like done these things, we need to compile and run. So yeah, it's completed, but it's better to use long. Okay, alright, because it may return the it because it integers a signed value, and it may be like out of the bound, out of the range from the signed integer, so that's why you have to use long x. And now let's try to submit it. So yeah, it's submitted. So yeah, that's all for today. Thanks for watching.